építsünk nyelvtéglákkal, or let's build language bricks with. Nyelv is language or tongue. Tégla is brick. The K, it means that it is a plural. And then all at the end means with. So if you want to say let's build with like language Legos or language building blocks, this is a way you could actually say that in Hungarian. So you see that the words, the morphemes actually they are stuck together. However, this doesn't make it necessarily more difficult than English. It just means that things are done in a slightly different order. And they make a lot of use of things that I call postpositions, some of which are the M and the D that we just learned for my and yours, which can also be conjugation endings for first person singular and second person singular informal. And then as you can see, I just learned this A or Oz for the. And now we're going to learn some new words. The first one is szív, which means heart. And szeret is the verb root for to love or to like. Szem means eye or eyes. And lát is the root for to see. And this is ujj, which means a finger. There's something called a linking vowel, which depends on the vowel harmony of Hungarian. You'll learn more about this later, and you should kind of start to have a feeling for it already. Basically, they continue using the same placement in the mouth for the vowels. So if you have an e or an I, you're going to use the linking vowel e. If you have an o or an a or an u, you're going to use the linking vowel a or u, which are called the further back vowels or the lower values. E and I are higher, and o, a, u are lower. So the I, the bound morpheme I, is used to signify plural within possessive right before the possessive marker, which always comes at the end, or d, which is, as we just learned, it either means my or it can also mean I or you in a conjugation at the end of the verb. The t at the end signifies the accusative or the direct object. And here are some of those postpositions I was telling you all about. This is ba or be. They mean the same thing, and they simply depend on which linking vowel they use on the vowel harmony. This means into, so when you go into something, bon and ben, you're then inside of it, you're in it, and then ra or re means on or onto something, when you're going onto something. So then, just as a little mini quiz, how do you think you say the heart in Hungarian? My heart, in my heart. That would be szív is heart, and then the heart would be a szív. My heart is a szívem, and your heart is a szíved. How about your eyes? They don't consider this a plural, so you don't have to actually put the I, but it is possible. Generally, Hungarians will say a szemem is my eyes, even though it technically is a plural. They use it to signify both of the eyes, because eyes are generally in a pair and go together. So my eyes is a szemem, and your eyes would then be a szemed or a szemeid, if you really want to stress that you have two individual eyes. Into your eyes. So the thing to note here is that the postposition comes after the conjugation or the possession marker in that order. So this would be a szememre is into my eyes. So how is the into your eyes? How would you say that? It would be the a szemeidre or a szemeidre. How about your fingers? My fingers are az ujjaim. So your fingers would just be az ujjaid. And onto your fingers. Onto my fingers is az ujjaimra. So onto your fingers is az ujjaidra. One word. Let's check ourselves here. So a szív, a szívem, a szívemben, a szemed or a szemeid, a szemeidbe. That means into your eyes. Az ujjaid, az ujjaidra are your fingers and onto your fingers. And then I love your eyes, that I just gave you a peek at, is just take the verb root, add the conjugation, which is the same as the possessive marker for the first person singular I conjugation. That's their first word. So I love is Szeretem. And then we're going to say your fingers, and this has to be in the accusative because you're seeing the fingers, therefore they're the direct object. So, szeretem, the finger yours. Szeretem, az. The Z gets there, it's like the versus the in English, so az is like the. So, szeretem, az, új. Excuse me, that would be I love your fingers. Szeretem az ujjaid, or az ujjaidat is I love your fingers, and then I love your eyes is then szeretem a szemed, or a szemedet. Do you see my fingers is very simple. They just say see you, my fingers. There's no need for the do. So take the verb root, connect the conjugation for the second person singular, informal, and then say my fingers in the accusative. So it's látod, linking vowel of o, because látod az ujjaim, or az ujjaimat. So now we can break down the word egészségedre. Egész means whole. Ség is a suffix in order to make a word into a noun. So egészség literally means wholeness or health. You have the linking vowel of e because you have the e, so you have egészséged, and we just learned about the d, which means your. So egészségedre means to your wholeness or to your health. Egészségetekre